born in Philadelphia, and 1923, so that makes me 91 now, and I'm still hanging in. I was different than the youth today. There was none of this sexual abuse business or worrying about kids and so forth. From the time that I was a rugrat around 4 or 5 years of age, I'd go out in the morning if I wasn't going to school. I'd go out in the morning and meet a couple other guys and we'd go up to the park. And I grew up in an area where history was made. The Revolutionary War and our freedoms were won. In fact, I was playing around one day. There was an abandoned quarry. There was that old house on the side of it. And there was water in the bottom of the pond. Bottom of the quarry. And go up there and jump in the water and have rafts, build rafts of some kind. And that's what the kids would do. And then we were rummaging around the house. The old board broke and I went down up to here, and buried in there was 2 muskets. The old, where you hit flint and brimstone or whatever they call it.
December 7th, 1941, Japan bombs Pearl Harbor. This initiated the United States involvement in World War II.
I had to sign up for the Air Corps and others for the Navy, cadet program, and just different things. But because I was not 18, they said you have to stay in school until you're 18 and continue your schooling. And then on my 18th birthday, I went into what's called the Aviation Cadet Program. And that was first of all, classification, whether you were going to be a pilot, and then a pilot or a bombardier or navigator.
On December 8th, 1941, the United States declares war on Japan, entering World War II. 3 days later, Nazi Germany and its Axis partners declare war on the United States. In June of 1942, British and U.S. navies halt the Japanese naval advance in the Central Pacific at Midway.
During the interim, I was out of Seoul. I'd never been on an airplane in my life. And I'll tell you, the first thing down in Lakewood, Florida, he said, "You ever been on an airplane before?" "No." "Well, I'm going to show what this plane will do." And it was an open cockpit and biplane. And he took it up and I'm going on, all of a sudden he does a roll. I'm upside down, but that wasn't bad. Then he did what they call an anemoement. It's a name. What you do is you get pick up speed, do a loop. When you get up here, you change directions. And that's a maneuver that fighter pilots use. If they're being chased by an enemy plane on its tail, they'll dive, come up, and turn over and go the opposite direction. Hopefully he will not make the turn at the same time. And then the last time, he took me up to about 4,000 feet, and he put it into a spin. I said, "Oh my God, this is the end of the world." I said a prayer to that. Boy, I got sick. And he says, he looked at me. Now, I can't talk to him. He has a speaking tube that he can only speak to me.
13th, 1943, the Axis forces in Tunisia surrendered to the Allies, ending the North African campaign.
Four of us, and we were really integrated. I'm half Irish, 1/4 English and 1/4 German. Now my name's Stapleton. Another guy was there, he was 100% German. His name was Kraft. Then there was Martinez. He was from Mexico, I guess, but we never thought of it that way. And then I had a guy by the name of Young, and Young was as black as a coal. I mean, he was a black kid, but this was the relay team. But you see, there was no racism or that. We were all got along.
On June 6, 1944, the British and U.S. troops successfully land on the Normandy beaches of France, opening a second front against the Germans.
We went in, and coming out about here, the German anti-aircraft fire shot out the landing gear. So as a result of that, I could not have anything to land on. So we, on the B-17, which is 4 engines, there are a ball turret for a ball turret gunner. We got attacked from below and therefore could not get the wheels down. So what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to land on the grass. So what we did was take the ball turret gunner out, cut him out, unbolted the ball turret and dropped it into the dog state. Flew back to Cambridge area.
On April 16, 1945, the Soviets launched their final offensive, encircling Berlin.
At the end of the war, we were liberated by portions of the army, Patton's army that were working the southern flank down in this area. See, Munich's down in here, in this area. And what they did, Patton was attacking here, but he had a southern flank covered by a General Patch, P-A-T-C-H, and they were coming in this way. And they liberated this area. And that's how I got out.
Then, on April 30th, 1945, Hitler commits suicide.
Finished college on the GI Bill, got my master's degree, MBA out of Wharton Business School.
On May 7, 1945, Germany surrenders to the Western Allies. 2 days later, they then surrendered to the Soviets.
Right home, you didn't know whether it got there or not. And the only really contact, my parents found out that I was first of all, they got a radio broadcast from Louis Marlin.
On August 6, 1945, the United States dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima. 3 days later, the United States dropped another atomic bomb on Nagasaki.
Just my parents and a sister, older sister. She was working for the Navy as a in the naval supply.
Finally, on September 2, 1945, Japan formally surrendered, ending World War II.